Hello, everybody on the Geekscape Network. Thank you so much for joining us here today for the 12-sided die trivia night. It's going to be a really fun one. I'm very excited about this. I'm also very excited about the Kickstarter campaign that is coming to a close once our show comes to a close. For some reason, I have a lot of music and things going on. I'm so sorry about that. But I would like to introduce the man of the hour, the person that will be giving everyone the joy of seeing 12-sided die because he wrote it. He helped with producing it, and he's the star of it. Everyone, please welcome Curtis Fortier. Hello.
Woo! Hi, everybody. Hey, thanks. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you to Geekscape TV and Katie Hampton for putting this all on. We really appreciate it. We have 47 minutes to go in the Kickstarter, and Tess Fowler is here. Yay! Tess Fowler did all the interior art. She did Cynthia's art for the piece. So, and this is Ralph Miranda's art. He did the poster. So, and you can just see the bottom half of my face. That's perfect.
Oh, it's almost there.
Yeah.
Well, we have yet another guest that is going to be coming here and duking it out with the trivia. She is the producer of 12-sided die. Please, everybody, welcome Kristin Wall.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We are really excited.
We're so happy to have you guys. We had such a great time with all of the things that we did beforehand, and we're so glad that we get to have you here tonight to end the Kickstarter, which, by the way, if we'd like to just take a little brief look here, it looks like you guys have met your goal and are stretching.
Yes. Thank you to everybody, all 123 backers for doing this, and we're all touched and honored and humbled. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you guys so much. And we have a couple stretch goals that are going to be going. So if you would like to still contribute and be a part of the team that has made season 2 of 12-sided die going, please make sure that you go and contribute at bit.ly/12sided. You'll find the Kickstarter page over there. But we also have some really cool stuff too, in that you guys have a very brand new website. Is that correct?
We do.
Yeah.
It's www. I don't know how many W's you need. I'll let people take whatever they need out of there. 12sidedie.com. So it's Dan Gillen was the guy that did it. He's great. And it just kind of went live like a few days ago. There's a synopsis. There's me and Chris Wood-Bell on set during I think that's episode 1. You scroll down, you see the trailer for season 2, edited by the always effervescent Ms. Mesa Kronhaus. And yeah, so.
And you get the nice fresh look at the Kickstarter page as well, which is pretty cool.
Right below that. Yep.
And there's info on all our cast and crew, and we'll be putting info on releases, anything that's coming up. Any news you need is going to be on the website. So
absolutely.
Tune in. Yeah.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Yep. What else is going on in the world? Oh, it looks like we have a couple of people joining in, especially, I believe, Tess Fowler. Tess Fowler, thank you so much for joining us. Curtis, would you like to say something about Tess?
I would. Tess, Cynthia, one of the characters, she's an artist. The character played by Chris Wood-Bell is an artist, and I wanted to showcase her art in the second season, and a gentleman named Mr. Scott Koblish recommended Tess to me, and Tess and I have been working together for the past couple of years on this, and she delivered some amazing art. So when you watch season 2, every piece of interior art that's Cynthia's is Tess Fowler's. And there's tons. I mean, it's everywhere. It's in every episode, because an artist likes to doodle, and an artist likes to have just art lying around. And if you're playing D&D or you're playing Swords and Swordsman, you want your character drawn. So in every piece, there's always some piece of art. So And as we get later on in the series, it gets more elaborate because now they're trying to impress somebody. So that's when it gets amazing. So it's literally the set decoration in two of the main episodes. So and Tess was absolutely amazing. I mean, she's a comic book illustrator, so she knows how to tell a story. And I have a fun piece here. So one of the this is her original art. I don't know if you can see this. I know Kristin's family's watching, so I'm going to cover one of these words. I don't know if you can see this, but that's me. This is some preliminary art. She sent. Ooh, I more toward my waist. So as you can see, she wrote. It's a D joke.
Sure.
Because that was my notes. I go. Yeah, that needs to be. And she's like, got it. And she produced. What is it? Amazing D joke. Because look, and I felt weird asking a sophisticated artist like Tess Fowler, hey, in this particular section, I need a D joke, and she's like, got it. So that I need to show to Andy Robinson, Garrett from Deep Space Nine. So it's just class all around, class. And Tess, she just delivered, and the art tells the story. That's the coolest part. Her art moves the story, advances the story, and it helps tell the story. So I can't thank her enough for coming on board and for being just so incredibly talented. I know she has a Patreon. You can check it out. And but yeah, I'm so thankful Tess was on board.
Oh, I love that. Well, and it takes a lot of people to make the machine of a production actually get fully into play. And talk about classy. Let me introduce someone who needs no introduction whatsoever, but you might know him as Tuvok, but you might know him as the director of 12-Sided Die. Please, everybody, welcome Tim Russ.
Pleasure to be here, guys.
I'm so glad to have you guys here.
My pleasure.
Now, we have a lot of really great trivia that we've got going on here, and you two have both decided which categories you wanted to do. We'll be updating everybody along the way of how the Kickstarter is going, but I wanted to bring up our very first here, Trivia Night Situation Trivia, spelled correctly, folks. Thank you so much for whoever noticed that. Sometimes I do things a little too quickly. But are you guys ready to get some trivia started?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. How engaged are you two with each other? I feel like you guys have a lot of competition with each other.
Not before this. We've been working together on 12-Sided, so it has been much more symbiotic in that respect. Not combative or not competitive. So
right. But we're ready to get competitive. Don't worry, Katie.
Yeah, now we can get.
We're gonna lay it down.
Okay, fantastic. Well, first and foremost, the number one rule of Trivia Night is that you are not allowed to Google. You are not allowed to ask for help unless we actually do have a couple of different things here for today. So we made this specially for you. We have already pre-selected the trivia because both of you have discussed what trivia categories you wanted to do. And let me just tell you, this was the most fascinating thing for me to try and look up. But your trivia categories for today are World War II European theater and the other category, Seinfeld. That's right. Those are the two categories we've got for you both. Wildly different topics.
Very similar. What's going on with that? Two very similar categories. That is it.
When Curtis texted me about this and saying these were the two categories that we were going to go with, I was like, amazing. What I love also about this is that we're having the help of the 12-Sided Die cast give us questions and the answers and even a few hints. But let's get to the rules. Each correct answer that you answer will be worth 2 points. These are directed to both of you individually. I'll show you in the top side of the card. It will say your name, Kristin or Tim, and we'll have the question. You do have the option of grabbing a hint. However, if you do grab a hint, you will only get 1 point for a hint provided answers if they are correct. Okay? Points
All right.
only go to correct folks. All right. But if you don't know the answer, or if you have to find the answer somewhere else, or you just don't know what to do, or the hint doesn't help you at all, well, then you can steal from the other person's question. So if Kristin has a Seinfeld question that just completely flies over your head, which I don't think it will, but we'll find out. If you don't know it or you get it wrong, Tim has the chance to steal from you and get those points. All right? All right. Opportunities to steal. And lastly, and most importantly, in the event of a tie, we will have a tiebreaker question that was predetermined by Curtis and myself. And Curtis is going to be helping me out with the scoring of this. So,
and those tiebreaker questions are not necessarily in the Seinfeld and World War II category.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. However, as long as it's not, obscure tennis players, tennis pros.
Oh, no. We picked categories that we think you both would be secondary experts in.
Okay. All right.
So just want to keep people on their toes. That's it. Just keep it interesting for the audience.
All right. And remember, folks, that Kickstarter campaign is still going on right now, and you can contribute right now and add to all the amazing funds to make season 2 of 12-Sided Die going smoothly. All right, let's get into our trivia. Folks, we have a question, and let's pay attention by just listening in.
Oh, hello. My name is Christopher Gurman, and I play Chris in 12-Sided Die. Interesting bit of trivia. The character is based on a person named Chris, but not this Chris. The question, please. Thank you. What was the code name for the Allied invasion of Normandy on June 6th, 1944?
That's easy. Operation Overlord.
Nicely done, Tim. That is correct. That is the answer. Let's make
sure.
Wait
a minute. We need to have Gurman tell us if it's correct.
I'm so sorry. Of course.
Oh.
Let me just click on through. We do have hints and multiple hints for you if you have any trouble with these questions or if you want to see
the answer is obviously Operation Overlord.
Woo!
Woo!
And a lovely comment from Tess Fowler. Oh my God, it's framed. It is true that.
Oh yeah, that's Tess Fowler art, right? In fact, I think it's still hanging there from when we shot in Gurman's house. So I think it's so. Yeah. Gurman will give you a tour of the 12-Sided Die set because some of the set is still up. Just like in Lord of the Rings, it's still up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's that, and that was done off a photograph, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty fantastic. All right, well, we're going on to the next round. This one's for Kristin. Kristin, here's your next question.
Hi, I'm Darren W. Washington, aka Darren Schnace. I play Derek on 12-Sided Die. My question is, what is the name of the cafe that George, Kramer, Elaine, and Jerry hang out at?
Well, Darren, that would be Monk's. Monk's Cafe.
Monk's Cafe. Okay. Tim, would you like to look at the hint, or would you like to try and guess for the answer?
What is that? Is that the right answer or no?
Monk's. Sorry.
You're good. I just wanted to see if you wanted to try for it.
Me?
Yes, Tim.
But didn't she just answer it?
She did answer it. I wanted to see if you had any other answers.
Oh, for that? No, I don't know. I don't know her category at all. I don't.
You know
Tim, the
nothing
feeling
about
is mutual.
Seinfeld, and you know
No,
nothing about
I-
European theater. I'm coming up with this as we go. All right. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't too unbelievably easy, but let's hear from our good friend Darren one
The
more
answer
time.
is Monk's Cafe.
Monk's Cafe.
So
Yay!
well done on that one. Oh man, you guys are already crushing this at the moment. So I guess we have to take a look at the scoreboard.
Oh,
A
geez.
second, don't you worry. Are you there in there?
I am. I think. Yeah, I got it. Okay, great. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. I have
Okay.
duties.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at that scoreboard right now as we go. Oh, what? We have 0 points on each. Oh
What?
no!
No,
I
I'm
believe it's
showing
2
1 to
points.
1.
1 to 1.
It's 1 to 1 on
2.
my end on my screen.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, for some reason it's not updating at the moment, but it looks like 2 for 2 because you guys did not take any hints
No hints.
at
So
this
2-2.
moment.
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's 2. I got it. No, so that would have been wrong. All right, now we're good. Now
At
we're good.
least we won't have 0, Tim. Like now we can get everything else wrong and still be fine.
It'll still be fine. You know,
Yeah.
and now if I steal
Mm-hmm.
from her, it's going to be in my category, isn't it? When I steal, is the
Not
question going to be in my
necessarily.
category? Wouldn't
You
it?
could steal from her category.
Oh my
if you
goodness,
happen to-
that would not happen because I don't.
Yeah, no,
have zero
it's a
background on any of that.
no, it's a deal where if one of you gets the question wrong, the other person can then has an opportunity to steal. So
I see, but
That's
it's
how that
going to be
works.
in the same category, right? I mean,
it'll be with that question.
That
oh,
question.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness, yeah.
All right, so we're
A lot
next-
going on. A lot going on.
Yeah,
Very
a lot
complicated.
going
This is
on. Yeah.
almost Jeopardy. This is almost Jeopardy.
It's pretty close. I think everybody knows that I'm going to be the next host of Jeopardy. So yeah, let's.
Yes.
Any fun tips or tricks or things about Darren that you wanted to talk about?
Darren is amazing. He's if you go on Amazon, you'll see his picture in like on one of the advertisements. There's a doctor. You'll see him, you know. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, if you order something from Amazon, you will probably see Darren because Darren is one of the advertisers. He's one of the models. I mean, you know, look, if you like muscles and good looks,
Cut jaws and all of that. Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
yeah. But no, Darren's one of the best. Darren's a great friend, and he's one of the best guys. And he's a very talented actor. So yeah. Yep.
By the way, Tim, I just have to let you know that Chris Gutierrez shares with your plight and says, "I never watched Seinfeld. I would be screwed." LOL.
Well,
And our
I'll be screwed right alongside you there, Chris. Yep.
And our good friend Count Eric Connor says these are 93-sided die rules. That's right. Everything's complicated. But let's get back into it. Tim, you are up next again with another question. Let's
Here we
hear
go.
from our good friend.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Ooh.
My name is Eric. I play Eric in the series, and I'm really grateful for everybody participating. So here is my trivia question for you. What World War II campaign popularized the phrase, "a bridge too far"?
That would be Market Garden.
Okay. All right. And Kristin, would you like the chance to steal?
Do I lose anything if I guess wrong?
No, you will not lose points.
So, Tim, I'm sorry. What was your answer?
Market Garden.
Okay, mine. It's similar. I think he's just a little bit off. I think it was Market Forest.
Okay.
Right?
Would anyone like to see a hint? Just checking.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Non-confident.
Well, currently, Count Eric Connor says maybe it's Operation Hogan's Heroes. I don't know about that, but let's take a look at the answer and see who, in fact, was right.
All right, well, the answer is Operation Market Garden, or the Liberation of the Netherlands.
Right.
Woo!
Thank you, guys. I hope the campaign goes really, really well. And Tim, may the force be with you.
You got it.
Oh yes, from that classic video. I loved that, by the way. It was phenomenal. So let's take a look at the actual Kickstarter campaign real quick. Once I find my actual screen here and see how we're doing on the actual
28 minutes to go.
28 minutes
28
to
minutes.
go, folks.
Yep. And we have a stretch goal of 17.5, so we're $63 short of the stretch goal. But look, stretch goal is just gravy. That's just gravy. I mean, we're ecstatic that we made the goal. FYI, the stretch goal is we add another Kirby sticker. Kirby is one of our characters, and he dispenses invaluable, always true advice on relationships. And if he we're going to do another sticker with one of his quotes. And Tim Harris, the gentleman that plays Kirby, has agreed to autograph the extra sticker, so which is very nice of him.
That is very nice of him, and
that's our stretch goal. But again, it's $63. We're happy with where we are, so that's hey, I mean, we're very
If you need to bump it up to that first stretch goal, guys, make sure that you go to bit.ly/12sided die, and you can give that contribution to make it all happen. All right, we're going to be moving on to our next question. This is question number 2 for you, Kristin. Let's see how we do. If it will add to the stage. There it goes. Okay, here we go.
Hello, I'm Grace Shen, and I play Stacy in 12-sided die. What did Kramer put his girlfriend Toby's severed pinky toe into?
Oh.
Ooh. Getting harder.
Let me think about it for a second.
And as she thinks about it, let me just jump in and say I want to thank the whole cast of 12-sided die, because like a week ago we came up with all these questions, and I've been emailing and texting and calling them all, and they all went somewhere and put it on they all had a question, they had a hint, and they had an answer, and they all put it on video. So I want to thank the cast and crew of 12-sided die for doing that. So that's why Katie's kind of pushing the hints, because they all put in the work. So it's some of the hints are as entertaining as the thing. So but yeah. So I need to thank the cast. So yeah. So they all this week I've been. In fact, there was one point. Kristin, well, you know what? I'll talk about when we get to it. So
okay,
I'll talk when we get to it. Oh, okay. Look, well, we just got another contribution. Yeah. So
live update. What do we got?
Yes.
Okay, let me refresh this page, because I think we might still be on. Oh, we're getting closer. 62. Okay. Oh. All right. Refresh a couple times. There we go. Fantastic. We're getting closer and closer to that 17,500 goal. Don't forget, guys, you can go to 12-sided die and figure out how to contribute to the calls. All right. So, Kristin, do you want that question one more time?
No, because I was thinking about it, and I think I know the right answer, because I was like, I know Kramer took the bus to give the pinky toe, to take the pinky toe to the hospital, and someone referred to him as Cracker Jack. So I believe it was a Cracker Jack box.
Okay. Tim, would you like to steal this?
I'm not sure, Tim. So
look at the hint.
No, I'm good. I don't know what else he would take it in. A to-go container?
Well, let's take a look. Locking in the answer of Cracker Jack box. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. And what?
Answer: Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, I was not sure. That's hard. That was a hard one.
Good. I'm glad. Oh, well, Curtis, do you by any chance have the scoreboard updated just so we can take a look?
I do.
Even.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's a nail biter.
It is a nail biter. I think that we are 1 second. All right, we're gonna move this down, and then we are gonna bring out our scoreboard right here. And here we
Tim,
are.
No, the answers I can't help you on anything World
Yes,
War
well,
II either. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
the feeling is mutual because I couldn't help you, not even for a second on any of it.
Yeah, we're neck and neck
I
here.
did it right. All right, awesome. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
We're neck and neck at the moment. So, folks, let's just see if we want to go for maybe some hints or something like that. Maybe if you wanted to steal, maybe some extra points might float in there. That's up to Curtis and his discretion. Just putting
geez,
that out there.
Wow. Okay, no pressure there.
All right, let me pull up our next question here. All right, looks like we've got a good friend on this.
So we're back over to Tim's question, right?
Yeah.
We are back
Gotcha.
over to Tim's question at the moment. Tim, here is your third question. If it will play. There it goes.
Hi, I'm Chris Woodbell. I play Cynthia in 12-Sided Die. I have a question for you, Tim. It is, which British Prime Minister signed the Munich Agreement with Germany in 1938?
Oh, damn it, I know it too.
You can always go for a hint.
Bloody hell. I know it. Just a minute, just a second. Lord, submit. This is going to be. All right, give me a hint. I know him. I can see his face. I just trying to remember his name.
That's okay.
Yeah, give me a hint on it.
Okay, you got it. Hint is coming up right now. Let me grab that. Here we are.
Yeah, no, I know you know this, Tim. Yeah,
I know. I
He's
just
often associated with the policy of appeasement.
Kristin, I know that was very clear for you. So if you want to go ahead and steal the answer right now, go ahead.
Yeah, I know what he was doing, and I know what it was, but the hint would have to be for his name, to get his name right. God, I can see it as just. Give me a second. Let me just. I have to think. See, I know it. I know it because I know I can see his face. I want to say it's. Not Mountbatten. It's. Damn it.
We can give an update on the Kickstarter while you think it over. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's take a look. Did
yeah.
Update on the Kickstarter. Let's see what I
we are we're $38 shy of autographs by Tim Harris. Although that said, look, if you find Tim Harris out in the wild, he will pretty much autograph anything.
He will.
That we know. So I don't know how significant of a stretch goal this is, because if you happen to run across him, he will autograph whatever you want. And you
so everyone knows, Tim Harris is the drawing is right behind the play button there. So that is the animated version of Tim Harris.
So he will sign that play button for you specifically.
Oh,
All right. Well, remember, folks, that is only $38 to go to make sure that they hit their goal and get that Tim Harris sweet signature.
Yeah, I think. Wait a minute. I have only this first. I have his first name. I have his first name.
Go ahead.
The first name was Neville. His first name was Neville.
Oh.
I just cannot remember his second name, his last name, but his first name was Neville.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know what the rules are as far as how that goes.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Yep. I mean, Curtis is really the end all be all in terms of the rules. So
that is a bad plan. That is a terrible plan. But it's all for fun. I say if Neville is part of the answer, I say we give it to Tim Russ.
I'm good with
that's
that
what I
too.
say.
Okay.
Remember that later for me, Tim.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad for Tim because he's going to hear this answer and he's going to go, "Oh, of course I knew that." That's what I feel bad for.
All right, let's take a look at the answer.
Neville Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain. Chamberlain was. I couldn't remember his last name.
I think you get a point. I think you get a point.
No, he certainly gets a point.
Yeah, I should get at least only 1 point because I don't have the whole name.
Yeah, nope, 1 point.
You gotta have the whole name. So
I feel like
Yep.
Tim, you're allowed to be on a first name basis with pretty much anyone. I give you that.
Especially, listen, he's Chamberlain to us, but he's Neville to you.
Yeah, we call him Mr. Chamberlain, but I
Chamberlain, yeah.
you would call him Neville if you knew him.
Is Tess Fowler still there? Is Tess? I just want to say hi to Tess because she's on the chat. Tess
is in the chat still.
Maybe she's getting a drink. There we go.
Says, you know what? I really didn't think that Tim Russ could get cooler, but the World War II knowledge is pretty rad. Gotta say.
Nice.
It's nice when people know their history. Oh man! Speaking of history, let's get into Kristin's next question. All right, are you ready for this one? This is question number 3.
Hi, my name is Kate Torrey. I play Candy in 12-sided die. My question is, what fruit did Kramer try to return to a grocery store, resulting in a ban?
In a ban? Oh.
Ban. Remember, chat, you can also join in if you'd like.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's Can I talk it out?
Please, talk it out.
I don't think it's
No, please be silent on the live stream. Please be as silent as possible.
Dead silence is great for live streams.
I don't think it's mangoes, but there are mangoes in a different episode that are a prominent thing.
Sorry, Rumpled Trenchcoat, a Columbo podcast. I don't think she's going with mango.
Oh,
but
yeah, I don't think it's mangoes. I think it might be Mackinac peaches, but then I'm like, is that because that is also prominent in a different episode?
Would you like a hint?
Oh God. I think I should take a hint rather than getting it wrong.
Okay.
Yes,
Tim, did you want to steal? I'm just curious. Not so much? All right. That's okay. Let's go for the hint. Here we go.
He was very passionate about the texture of this fruit and offended when it wasn't up to standard.
Not so much. Tim is really thinking about this one. As hard as Chamberlain, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, and don't even get me started about the papaya. I know is in the same talk when Kramer's talking about the fruit being tasteless. I think I'm gonna go with peaches.
Okay, peaches. Final answer. Tim, do you want to try?
I would say I'd say kiwi.
Kiwi. Okay, let's take a look. See what that answer is.
Peach.
You went hard on that one. That was actually really cool. You even fought with the audience on that one. You know.
Oh, I didn't see that. Do I have access to see those comments?
You should have access to see the comments. On the right-hand side of your screen, there is a private chat, and then there is comments.
Oh, that's so funny.
The active.
Holy
chat.
crap! Yeah, no, I didn't even notice they were there either. Look at that.
Oh, Rumpled Trenchcoat also thought maybe papaya, but good guesses all around from everyone, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. We are in the smack dab middle of all of our trivia that we've got for you guys here today. But let's just take a look real quick and see how how everything is going with the campaign right now.
What do we got?
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotta remove this, and here we go. Looks like we still have that $38, folks. $38 in order to get to that first stretch campaign goal. So if anybody out there wants to go over there and give $38, that would be very helpful to get everybody to that stretch goal. If you want a signed photo from Tim Harris, get it.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we also have a really special thing. We have a message.
What?
A little message that we have from one of your crew
What are you
members.
talking about, Katie? We have somebody special joining up? What?
We have a very special message. It is a video clip. They couldn't be here with us today, but they did want to give a little shout out to everybody. So we're going to take a 1 minute break here while we watch this video. We'll be right back.
Ciao a tutti, my name is Teo Francocci. I'm the lead camera operator for all season 2 of 12-Sided Die. 12-Sided Die is a quest born from the genius of Curtis Fortier, produced by Kristin and directed by legendary Team Russ. 12-Sided Die was one of the most fun and enjoyable sets I've ever been on. I really appreciated everyone's professionalism, from cast to crew. Everyone was amazing. Really want to send a big shout out to the sound department as well as the production designer team. Ciao, Will, you did amazing. Thank you so much for all the rides back home you gave me, especially the first week of shooting. Congratulations everyone for a successful Kickstarter campaign. I can't wait to see the finished product. It was an absolute blast to make it. I'm excited for 12-Sided Die. Season 2 coming up soon. Audiences are gonna love it.
Oh, fantastic.
Woo!
Oh,
Theo is so cool. He came to us. Somebody recommended him to me, and then somebody completely different recommended him to Kristin.
right. Like they didn't,
So
and
we're
they
like-
didn't know each other. Like we
Yes.
had separate recommendations for Theo, and well deserved. He is such a doll, such a great person, delightful to have around, and really good at his job. So all around score.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And he loves to come to see Tim Russ crew. He's been there a bunch of times. So when is Tim Russ crew playing next?
We'll be back here June 13th at the Kibitz Room.
All right.
Yes. Well, it looks like something I'm going to have to go see.
Oh yeah.
I think we have.
Oh yeah. And
we've got another gig the 29th of the Jeweled Universe in Pasadena. So we got 2 gigs that month. Yeah.
Fantastic.
and I'm sure you could find all that information out on your Facebook page.
On the web page is probably the best because
Webpage.
Facebook I'll post just about a week or so before the gig, and then the website has it on the whole time. So it's under my website. You just Google my name and the website will come up, and you just go on there and you'll see all the appearances listed.
Cool.
Yeah.
And for those who haven't seen or heard Tim Russ crew yet, you got to. Tim has such a rock star voice. He's such a good,
yeah.
I mean, I know you probably believe it because he's an incredible actor, but he is such a good singer too. He's a badass.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to go see that live because I've seen quite a few videos and things like that popping up, and I was like, oh, I gotta go because I love the Kibitz Room. It's such a great spot in Hollywood.
A lot of fun, and my God, the parking is free. I mean, how many places can you go where the parking is free?
Especially on Fairfax.
Especially on Fairfax, yes.
And now, Curtis, I just wanted to check in and see if we have an update on the scoreboard.
Oh yes.
We do have an update?
We do. Yep. This is after 3 questions. After 3 of the 6 questions, we have a score of it's ready to go.
Okay.
I did the. I don't know.
I got you.
This is a tag team on the scoreboard. It's way more complicated than it probably should be. I have to update it, and then I have to do something else, and then she has to do that. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like we are still tied with 5-5 here.
Oh my God, we have a tie ball game.
I'm stressed out.
Are you? I hope not. All right. Well, are we ready to get into a little bit more trivia, or if the audience had their way, it sounds like somebody wants Klingon death metal coming from the Tim Russ crew. I don't know.
Klingon death metal. Yeah, that's not in my playlist. Not on the set list.
Oh.
Not yet, anyway. Yeah.
Do you have any Star Wars or Star Trek songs that you guys play, or any?
No, we don't do any parodies.
Great.
I have performed with the Roddenberry's band, which is absolutely amazing, and we've got a parody we do with them. And typically that would be in Las Vegas. I think in August we'll do it. And I think Chicago, and then also in New Jersey. I think do something in those two places. But yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. Well, we're not getting singing just yet, but maybe towards the end. Stay tuned, guys. We might get some singing in just a minute. But next up, Tim, we have one more question for you. Question number 4.
Hi, my name's Mesa Cronehouse, and I played Mesa, your co-host of the Gulch Cast and Side Quest 8 of 12-Sided Die, here with a question for you. The Allies successfully landed in Normandy in June 1944. But where in France did they attempt to land in 1942 with much less success?
That would be, let's see, much less success. I think it was the invasion of Sicily. I think that was the first time that they came in, the boot of Sicily.
Okay.
I believe I think because there's no other place that they would have, as allies, they would have come in World War II. I know in World War I there was Gallipoli, that was a disaster, but I think World War II it was Sicily. Yeah.
Okay. Kristin, yes to steal.
Can I say Sicily and steal? I'm convinced. I think he's right.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna play the hint just for funsies, just to see.
All right.
Here's a hint. It's a city in the north of France in the region of Normandy known for its pebbled beach and scallops.
Wait a minute. There was no invasion in that didn't work northern France. Sicily would be down south. Northern France, they would have. There was the expeditionary force that they had to evacuate, which was not an invasion, unless they're talking about the exodus from the British Army, the expeditionary force that had to be removed from the beaches in northern France. But that's more of what it was, more so than an invasion. And as far as that location, was the question about the actual location?
The location, yes, but the less successful. So let's. I think we're gonna get a couple of points for you on this one. I feel like some bonus points are probably due your way, but let's take a look at the answer.
Yeah.
And the answer is. Can we get a drum roll sound effect or something? The answer is Dieppe.
Dieppe.
Dieppe. So here's the problem. I don't know as much as you do, but I trust in what your knowledge is.
Yeah, I think Wikipedia was wrong.
I don't think that was Dieppe raid. Northern France. Hold on. Truly, the Dieppe raid was a disastrous Allied amphibious attack German-occupied port of Dieppe in northern France during the Second World War. Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. It's not nearly as well known as the other two invasions, and Dieppe probably would have led to the British expeditionary force that would have happened to be evacuated from the beaches in northern Europe. So. Yeah, I would not have known that. Yeah, that is very obscure. That's a very cool question, a very good question. I know the city, I know the port, but I didn't know that it was that much of a disaster when it occurred. You know, that's unusual. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Well, hey, there you go. We're all learning something. And I gotta say, I love thinking this through with you. Just it's like to hear your reasoning and logic of all of it, because that's one thing that you should do, folks. If you try and ask a question on ChatGPT, do not get your trivia from ChatGPT. It is not accurate.
Actually, that question was not one of yours, Katie.
I didn't ChatGPT any of my questions.
Oh no! That was Chris German's character is based on Chris Richmond, and that character came from Chris Richmond, who is a military history major. So he's a lawyer now. So yeah, I hadn't come up with a couple of them. So
yeah, well he might. Yeah, he's a history teacher. Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's a lawyer for the IRS, but he got his degree from U of M in military history. So the minute,
it would have been very small numbers of Americans, some Canadians, and some British. So they technically would be allies. You'd have more than just one country coming in. You'd have at least 3 countries involved. Very few Americans, some Canadians, and some British troops. That's who carried out in Dieppe. But that is really uncommon. It's almost never discussed or talked about as far as historical events go in World War II. Interesting. Very cool.
Very cool indeed. Well, Kristin, I hope you're ready for a question that is just as hard and obscure.
Just a quick update. We got 3 minutes to go, and look at that, 17,609.
Whoa!
17,609. Wow, that puts us way beyond. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is fantastic. All right, Tim. 2 minutes to go. Wow, Tim Harris. Time to look. I'm gonna have to buy you a Sharpie. So look at that. Look, thank you very much. 2 minutes. Look, thank you. This is great. This is absolutely great. We can finish this thing up, and it's gonna sound and it's gonna look just
fantastic.
Like Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Yeah.
Oh, that's
cool. They wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna insert a scene with me running. Is what I'm gonna do. Curtis running.
Finally.
Cool.
Now I'm ready for a question.
Cool. Okay, let's hear this one before we see the end of the Kickstarter campaign for 12-Sided Die Season 2. Next question is...
Hi, I'm Kitty Swink, and I play Diana in 12-Sided Die. So, what movie did Elaine and Todd Gaxby, when they couldn't get tickets, means to an end?
Can I hear
it again? Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
Hi, I'm Kitty Swink, and I play Diana in 12-Sided Die. So, what movie did Elaine and Todd Gaxby, when they couldn't get tickets, to means to an end?
The English Patient.
Okay. Tim, would you like to take a steal at that?
Gosh, not even a chance of me taking a steal of that.
Stab in the dark.
Oh boy, yes.
Hint?
Well, wait a minute. Hang on a second.
Wrong? I might be wrong.
I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna say that is wrong. That is definitely wrong. So Tim can now steal at 2 points, or he can get a hint and steal it at 1 point. You've already.
I'll take a hint.
Taking a hint. All right, let's take a look at this hint as soon as it gets up there.
Here's your hint. The movie shared the same name with a big hit by Milli Vanilli. I don't know.
Oh, Christ, Milli Vanilli.
Made it real easy, didn't it?
Yeah. Shit. I know the song too that they have. Wishing Well? I don't know. There's one called Wishing Well. Is it Wishing Well?
Let's go to the answer.
I'm bummed I don't know this.
And the answer is Blame It on the Rain.
Blame It on the Rain.
Blame It on the Rain. Okay. All right. Well, with that, I believe we've come to a close to the Kickstarter campaign itself. We do have a couple more questions left, but shall we take a look and see how far we went? It was $17,632. Congratulations, everybody.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes. That is great. I thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody.
Wow. That's wonderful.
That is wonderful. I'm so excited to have everybody back on so that you guys can show everywhere you can find 12-Sided Die Season 2 and all of the fun that you guys have actually produced. I've been very intrigued by this Season 2 after hosting a couple of these, so I'm very into where everything goes. But before we get going on saying our goodbyes and our thank yous, we do have a few more questions. And how are we doing on that scoreboard there?
Oh, yes. It hasn't changed.
Oh,
hasn't
yeah, we both
changed.
got our answers wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Tim.
Well, then it looks like we're 5-5. Let's give you guys a couple of chances to make up for that and then maybe get some other stuff going. Hold on one sec once I figure out which computer I'm on. There we go. All right. Next up, I believe, is Tim.
All right.
Tim, here's your next question.
Ciao a tutti. My
Oh,
name
nope.
That's Theo
I'm the
again.
lead
That's
Not a
Theo
clue.
again. That's
There it
hilarious. Wondered why that was going like that. Okay, let's go again. All right, Tim, here's your question.
Hi there. My name is Mitch Narito, and I'm part
Jesus.
of the 12-sided
What
die
the
side
hell?
quest. And I'm here in my classroom because my day job is a teacher with a trivia question for you. During the initial invasion by the Nazis, the Soviet army blew up a massive dam and hydroelectric power plant, slowing the German army, but also killing tens of thousands of Soviet civilians by drowning. On which river was the dam located?
Run that back again, just by me, as to which they blew up. Run the question again.
Hi there. My name is Mitch Narito, and I'm part of the 12-sided die side quest. And I'm here in my classroom because my day job is a teacher with a trivia question for you. During the initial invasion by the Nazis, the Soviet army blew up a massive dam and hydroelectric power plant, slowing the German army, but also killing tens of thousands of Soviet civilians by drowning. On which river was the dam located?
Oh my God! It's not going to be in Germany. Germany had the Danube and the Rhine. It's not going to be either one of those. It's got to be a river that's in the Soviet Union. Sam, give me a hint on it. I'm never going to get this one
You got it.
because it's in. It was in Russia during the invasion of Russia.
Here's your hint.
Yep.
It is the fourth longest river in Europe, flowing from Russia through Belarus and Ukraine to the Black Sea.
Oh, bloody hell!
Helpful, right?
Yeah, that's helpful. The big ass long river. The problem is it's in the Soviet Union. It's not. It's in the Eastern Bloc, not in Germany. I know the Germany rivers. I don't know the ones in the Rhine. Nope, it's never going to happen. I do not have that answer. Unfortunately.
Kristin, go ahead, steal away.
Would you like to steal?
I'll steal one of the rivers he said. I'll go with the Danube.
Okay, let's take a look and see who was correct.
The correct answer, the Dnieper.
Yeah, wouldn't
I
have
was
gotten
so
that.
close.
I would never. Yeah,
By the way,
it's about 400 miles away from that one. Yeah, it's in Russia. Yeah, it's in Russia. I know the German rivers. I just don't know the ones in Russia. Damn.
Curtis,
We've gotten some chats. We got a chat from Deb Sullivan. She said congratulations, and we got a chat from her husband Adam, who basically said, "Yeah, leave it to Mesa to confound everybody." Look at that! Look at that!
There we go, right there. Nicely put. Nicely put. And we also have a couple other comments. Congratulations to everyone, indeed. And we got a couple of celebrations from Chris Gutierrez. And Firth is back in the chat with a nice little shout out to everybody.
I think that's Eric Vesbit. I think that's Eric.
Okay.
I think that's Eric.
I would not know from the screen name alone, personally.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Eric. Only because I've been emailing him for 25 years. I think he had an email address called Firth at some point.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
sure.
That makes
Anyway.
sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Let's get into it. Let's see if maybe Kristin can actually get a point on this round. We'll find out. All right. Whoop. Nope, not that. That's not what we wanted. Not at all. Let's do this. Goodness gracious. It's fine. It's all live. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Wow.
All right, folks. Let's go for this one.
Oh, hi, Curtis. How you doing?
Oh, Jesus.
What does Kramer use instead of shaving cream?
That would be butter.
Oh man. She gets the easy ones. I get
that was an easy one.
hard
Thank you for giving me an
Good
easy
Lord.
one.
Yeah, that's great.
I just want to remind the audience that y'all chose your categories.
Yeah, well,
the categories aren't the problem. The questions might be.
it's the goofballs coming up with the questions.
I know all kinds of obscure crap about World War II, but that river in fucking Russia.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, and that dude shaves the entire season with butter. Like,
Yeah, the
how are we
episode
gonna
is
miss
titled
that?
"The Butter Shave."
Yes, the butter shave, like an entire
The
episode
answer?
named that. Yeah,
Butter.
yeah.
Well done, Kristin. Well done.
Thank you.
So, does that mean that, in fact, that we have a difference in the scoreboard at the moment?
We do. It's ready to be posted.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look. Well, we all sit and wait for me to transition between screens. All right. Here we go. Looks like. Oh, I still have it as that. Hey, Curtis, are you sure you updated it?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there we are. And here it is. It looks like Kristin is now in the lead with 2 points ahead of Tim. Uh-oh. Let's get down into it and perhaps go for a question for Tim that might be a little bit easier. Let's take a look and see if
No promises.
Gonna happen.
It all depends.
It does depend. It really does. All right, let's take a look right now.
Hello, my name is Timothy Harris, and I play in the series 12-Sided Die. Most people know about the landing on D-Day at Omaha Beach. What were the code names of the other 4 beaches?
Got it. It is easier. Gold, Juneau, Sword, Utah.
Ooh.
And I think let's play the hint only because it mentions 12-sided die, and Tim Harris is funny.
Okay, here we go. Nope.
Hint. One is a state. One is a film about a young pregnant girl. One is an element, and one shares part of its name with the main game played in 12-Sided Die.
And would you like to repeat that answer one more time, Tim?
It is Gold, Juneau, Sword, and Utah.
All right, let's take a look.
The answer: Utah, Juneau, Gold, and Sword.
Nicely done, Tim. Nicely done. I feel like that's almost like a point for each one of those answers, but that's just me. Curtis, again, you're the one that gets to say.
That would put him 2 ahead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. Chat, what do you guys think? Firth, who we think is Eric, says phasers versus blasters.
Yeah, that's Eric.
Fish actress says, "Wow, Tim, great answer." But
that's Deb. That's Deb.
Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining us. All right, Kristin, are you ready for this one?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, let's
My name is Will Dixon. I played Gerard in Side Quest 6 of 12-Sided Die. And what is the name of George Costanza's alter ego who works in architecture?
The name of George Costanza's alter ego is Art Vandelay.
And the answer is Art Vandelay.
Nicely done, Kristin. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, I believe we'll put an audition on tape. So that's
same cut.
He did look very dapper, I will say.
He's looking very dapper.
Well, Curtis, do we have an update on that score at the moment? Because
we do. Yes. It's a nail biter.
Okay. So we do have the option of a few more questions should we want. But first and foremost, let's see that score. That score is appearing here right now. And looks like we're at 9 versus 7. If it actually shows up, there we go.
There we go.
So Kristin's ahead by 2. Okay.
All right.
All right. How we all feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweaty.
We have, but we have like 17 questions left, right? That's the.
Right.
We
that's
have,
the
I
deal?
believe, 3.
Oh, 3. Okay, all right. Okay.
17.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't count sometimes, even though I have a degree in engineering. Okay.
All right.
What's the? All right. Who's next? I don't even know who's next.
Right now, it would be Kristin. So let's go for it. Let's see what your question number 6 is.
Oh, Tim.
Taylor here.
Or is it me? No, it's me.
Wendy on 12.
Oh,
sorry.
So we've had 6 questions, right?
Oh, I think we did. Yeah. So forgive me,
Okay.
and let me pause that
Okay.
for a second.
All right. So let's do this. So it's, you know what? I'm going to award Tim 4 points for that.
For the 4 answers.
Yes.
I feel like we're on whose line is it anyway?
Yes.
The points don't matter.
Yeah.
Which means it's 9 and which means it's a tie ball game 9-9. That means it's a tie ball game. Which means if this is a tie ball game, we go into the bonus question. These are the questions that of the categories that Katie and I picked.
Okay. All right.
So Katie and I picked for Tim, we picked astronomy, and for Kristin, we picked Cats. The musical. No, not the musical. That was a joke. No, that's a joke. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. No. We picked actual cats.
Actual cats.
So all right. So we have a tie ball game 9-9. So and it look, and at the end of the bonus question, if it's a tie, then it's a tie. This is an unresolved, and we'll have to have a trivia match at some other point.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. You guys are just too evenly matched. If that's the way. So
good. That sounds
so
good.
it's 9-9. All right.
All right. Now that we're in it, let's see what Tim's next question is.
Greetings, Deborah Sharp Taylor here. Wendy on 12-sided die. My trivia question for you is as follows. What is the name of the matter that escapes a black hole?
The matter that escapes a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when black holes are feeding, they can eject X-rays. Is typically what they eject. As streams of X-rays coming from, and that's how they can spot some of the black holes in galaxies. So it's only because they're feeding so much and they're gluttonous. So some of the stuff backs up, and it does come out as X-rays that shoot out from both of the poles of the black holes. So it comes out like a stream from the poles, like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have is, that I know of as far as the matter that goes out of a black hole, because not much else goes out.
Would you like a hint?
All righty.
Okay.
That wasn't right. Yeah, take the hint.
I mean, it was right.
The matter is named after a prominent 20th century physicist.
I'm a 20th century physicist.
While he's thinking of it, maybe we show Mitch Narito's take on the question. Do you have that uploaded?
Not at the moment, but I can in just.
So this is the only question we had 2 people record, and so Deborah, who plays Wendy in 12-sided die, and then Mitch recorded it as well. So while you're thinking that over,
did you want the ask of the question, or did you want the hint?
Let's do both. Freaking Mitch is just nuts. So let's just show the whole damn thing. Sorry, I know your nieces are watching. I didn't mean to say damn. Sorry.
Okay, let me build that in real quick.
That's okay. It gives Tim a chance to think of the
think it out. I mean, Kristin, do you know any 20th century prominent physicists?
Albert Einstein, kind of like he's a physicist, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it. I've got the answer. Never mind. I already know what it is.
Okay. All right.
Because the black holes, in theory, this physicist claimed that some of the information that goes into the black hole escapes the black hole. It's Hawking matter. It's Hawking matter. Yes.
All right. Well, let's take a look and see what Mitch has to say on this one.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch Narito. I'm part of the 12-sided die side quests. And I
What did he do in the background?
What is the name of the matter that escapes a black hole?
All right, that was his question. Let's see his hint.
Here's your hint. It's named after a prominent 20th century physicist.
He's so silly. It's definitely Hawking matter. It's because that was his theory.
Okay. All right. And then let me just make sure that I get on to Deborah's iteration of this, because I know that she seems to be watching at 4 a.m. her time, it sounded like.
Oh, she record. She's in New York City, and I sent this to her, and she recorded at 4 a.m. in her hotel room. I'm like, thank you so much for doing. That's why I'm saying I'm so grateful for the entire cast for putting this on tape. So everybody did. So So, yep.
All right. Let's take a look and see what the actual answer is.
Answer: Hawking radiation.
Woo!
Well done, Tim. Well done.
That is a nice chair she has in her hotel room.
It's
I know. It's just
cool.
Yeah.
It frames her very well. It's awesome. Are we up for one last question? The cat question for Kristin.
Yeah. Is it what is my cat's name? Because I know that. I definitely.
Ooh, what is your cat's name?
Millie. She's in the other room. She said I trapped her out of my office.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very sweet though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see your bonus question.
Hey, I'm Deb from 12-Sided Die, and I have a question for the excellent Ms. Kristin Wall. What breed of cat is hairless and has wrinkled skin?
Oh, I know that. Let me see.
Let me think about it for a second.
Okay.
Just a little piece of trivia about that trivia question. Kristin, we filmed that right during class, our acting class. Kristin and I and Deb are in the same acting class. And it was a situation where Kristin walked up literally as we were trying to film that question. And we're like, hey, Kristin, what's going on? And she felt so bad. She's like, all right, I'm going to go over here. And then I told her later that.
I thought they were talking shit or stuff about me. And I was like, why are they both acting so weird? I guess I'll leave. Am I bugging you guys? Okay. But I didn't know that they were doing this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you can probably hear other people running their scene in the background. So.
Would anyone like a hint?
You said what kind of cat is hairless, right?
Hairless.
If I take the hint, then Tim and I will tie. But if I go for broke, it's all right.
I love
Oh my God, the whole hour comes down to this. It comes down to this. This is crazy.
Okay. First of all, I was gonna say I know Mr. Bigglesworth is one, but like, is he a different kind? I'm gonna go with Sphinx. A Sphinx cat is hairless.
And Tim, would you like to steal or try?
No, because I don't know anything about cats, so it's that would be
together we're a
for me to
complete
even attempt.
knowledge person.
Yes,
I love this. All right, let's
really
take a
quick.
look.
But before you do the answer, oh, there we go. Sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
Oh no! If you could put Tess Fowler's latest chat up on.
Oh, of course, absolutely, of course. Here we go. So Tim Russ is clearly the coolest dude around. Haha, this proves it. Listen, this is what we wanted to prove.
Yes, this is this whole thing.
All right, let's take a look at that answer. Now that we've got it, not the bonus.
And the answer is the Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
Nice. Well done, everybody. You guys did an amazing job on that. But I would like to know if that actually worked out in the scores.
Score's ready to go. It was close. It was right down to the wire.
Okay.
It was close.
All right. Well, since we don't know quite yet, let me just try and share this real quick. Here
Tim,
we go.
I got to tell you, when Curtis asked me what I was an expert in, I said nothing, absolutely nothing. And he's like, "What about Seinfeld?" And I'm like, "Oh, the show about nothing." Maybe.
So about nothing. Yes.
That's all I got. That's all. I don't read books apparently, except yeah.
Well, it turns out you're an expert here today, Kristin, because it looks like you won by 1 point. Congratulations!
Nice.
Because of that, we gave you the grand prize of getting a signed headshot of Tim Russ.
That was, and then if Tim would have won, he would have got a signed headshot of Kristin Wall. So,
So this way we both win because he didn't want that.
Yeah.
But I have a spot on my wall for you, Tim. It will make my husband very happy to have a signed Tim Russ headshot.
Yeah, or you can put it at the bottom of the hamster cage, whichever you like.
Oh, I'm honored to have your headshot in our house. That was so fun. Thank you guys so much for putting this together, and for everyone who's in the chat and watching and who donated and has supported us throughout this venture. It's been a really fun ride, and we'd be nowhere without all our help. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. God, thank everybody. Thank all the supporters.
Yes,
for
thank
pitching in.
you.
It's so wonderful, Dan. I knew that we were going to hit the goal today. I knew that, just because it wasn't that amount, we could nail that and knock it out real quick. I knew they were going to pitch in and make it happen. So very much appreciated. And we'll be using that money for post-production on this and getting it out there.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful
I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. Thanks, Katie, and thanks, Tim and Kristin, everybody.
Absolutely.
I have no words. I absolutely. You guys are the best.
Thank you. It's our pleasure, Curtis. Our pleasure.
Yeah, it's been an absolute delight hosting you all. And thank you again for everybody who tuned in and watched this. We do have a little bit of a credit, so stick around to watch that as we hang out here. And then also, Tim and Kristin, if you don't mind, just staying around for a sec while we finish up. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on Geekscape, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. And thank you once again for donating.
You got it.